Yo, what's up guys? Slyve here, reviewing the Esports Tiger Huoyun Special Edition. Just gonna mix the objective and subjective stuff together, but I'll mostly focus on my own opinions. This mouse pad's probably gonna be considered a Mudpad by most people, so that's a good thing. I haven't had one in quite a while, and I'll be comparing it to the GSR and Esports Tiger Qinsui 2 Pro a lot. Supposedly this pad is a GPZ1 clone, but I don't have that pad, so I can't confirm or deny that. And it does have a graphic on it, so it could be a bit faster than the GPZ1. I've been using it for about 2 months now, and it hasn't laid flat. I don't think it ever will without ironing it, but that's mostly due to the fact that the rubber base is pretty unique compared to the usual bases you see, and it's pretty firm with like little to no give. So where it's been rolled up, it still has a bit of bend to it, and it's too firm to quite even out itself. And this causes it to move very slightly when you put a little pressure on it. Though once you do plant your arm, it doesn't move around. So in game, I've had no issues there. The stitch edges are actually pretty nice and pretty much flush with the pad. So dragging my mouse over it recently, these past few months, I've had no issues when it comes to the edges of the pad. I think they're pretty well done. Size-wise, the surface is your usual Esports Tiger size, which is 480 millimeters by 400 millimeters, with a 4 millimeter thickness, which is, plenty of size for myself, so there's no complaints there. Any larger than that is mostly just a luxury. The surface feel itself is smooth and firm with a slight fuzziness to it. If I can show you a close-up of it, you might be able to actually see what I'm talking about when it comes to the fuzziness. It's almost felt like, and in my opinion, it's just a bit more comfortable than the GSR, but not more comfortable than Esports Tiger Qinsui 2 Pro. If you're coming from like a more faster or textured pad, you definitely won't be complaining about the surface. It's very comfortable, and I've had no issues, especially once I got used to it. Not that it was irritating at the start anyways. The speed of the surface is just a bit faster than a GSR or Qinsui 2 Pro, most likely due to the graphic and the fact that there's no give to it really. There's still enough give to like slightly sink your fingers into, and the fuzziness of the surface helps give some feedback for if you're pushing in with your fingers. But overall, it's still a mud pad with a graphic on it. And if you guys have watched any of my other videos, any mouse pad with any sort of graphic on it, I'm all for. I love color on my mouse pads, so this one really stands out, and it hasn't faded at all, and there's no discoloration from like dead skin or dirt. It's a very easy mouse pad to keep clean, especially in comparison to like the GSR or any other fully black pad that gets lots of dust and dead skin cells after a while, which is pretty gross, especially if you're lazy like me and you don't want to clean your mouse pad often. There is one thing about the speed of the mouse pad, which is that certain mouse feet can be a lot faster than others. I've tried out majority of stock feet and have no problem with stock feet, but some aftermarket feet like CorePad control feet are much faster than the regular control or the regular CorePad feet. So I'll have a list on the screen of all the mouse feet I've tried, but you kind of can just see the difference with all these mice. Even something light like the HSK is much slower than the control feet from CorePads. And I'll kind of just show you guys the difference and like the aggressiveness of these mice when they want to stop. So just take a look at these mice sliding, and you can kind of see the difference just by looking at when they stop and how aggressive they are. Even something heavier, you can see like the abruptness of the stop is very slippery with the control skates, and I'm not sure why that is. It just might be one thing to watch out for if you do like these skates. I know they're not too popular in comparison to the regular core pads, but yeah, I'll have a list just in case, and you can feel free to ask any questions about skates. Every single stock skate I've tried and any other popular skate I've tried, except for Tiger Ice, are fine. So just one little thing that you might want to keep track of. It could be also a good thing if you want to try something a bit faster after a while. Just throw different skates on instead of a different mouse or mouse pad for much cheaper, and you're good to go. So overall, for the price, which is about $40, which is unfortunate, about every single mouse pad nowadays is getting to that point where they're all $40 or $50. If you know you enjoy mud pads and you want some color on your desk, this is definitely something I could recommend. But there is a lot of options these days if you want something a bit faster, in my opinion. So this is really just for the niche people who really like slow and you want color. If you already own a GSR or Qinsui 2 Pro and you're happy with it, You probably don't have to buy this. It's mostly just your personal preferences and if you want something new or want to try something new. But yeah, recently there's definitely been some more faster pads that are coming out with nicer features like a pour on type base and all that. So I wouldn't rush out to buy this unless you really like slow pads and you want some color on your desk. All right, guys, that about wraps it up. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe, and any comments, feel free to comment. I'll get to them ASAP.